Hi friends, today I'll show you how to make a fantasy scene. It's a very whimsical scene. First I'm coloring with pastel colors. These are gouache watercolors which are quite opaque. So first I did pink, then purple and then blue. All these colors have been mixed with white to make them even more opaque. You have to use these paints thick. You shouldn't mix with too much water, otherwise it will get transparent and look like a watercolor, and we don't want that. Now I'm coming to the background trees. I'm making the tree line with the dark grey. In the foreground I'm making blobs of purple. So once the purple is filled in, I'm going with the pastel yellow and filling in the entire foreground. I'm just adding a few more colors to the foreground so that it looks different and not monotonous. I'm just adding a few shadows with a darker shade of yellow. You can even use orange if you like. So now after that is done, I'm coming to all the details. I've already added some of the details, the plants, which I did with a lighter shade of lavender. I just mixed white with the previous purple color and added all these leaves and flower patterns. Now I'm also adding a little bit of trees. Make sure to select harmonious colors like blue, pastel colors. In this picture I'm using mostly pastel colors so that it looks harmonious. So once all this detailing is done, I'll go and paint on top of this with my metallic artwork. We'll come to that later. So now I'm just coming to the focal point. This is going to be a small house. I'm just using white gouache without mixing it with water and a muted red. I've again mixed the red with white so that it's not too bright and does not shift the focus away from the background. Once that is done, I'm just adding a few more details to the trees, adding a few more trees as well. Yeah, now a little more shadows around the house as well as near the bushes. Once this is done, I'm going to move on to the metallic watercolors. So I'm just going to make some kind of Van Goghish effect. I'm trying to give it. So I'm just going to draw thin lines in this metallic watercolor. This may not be visible right now, but once it's completed, I'll show you the effect. So once this is done, one layer is done, I'm just adding a few bokeh effect kind of thing to the bushes as well. Yeah, and a few more plants I'm just drawing with the metallic watercolor as well, so as to give a little bit of brightness in the foreground as well. I'm just outlining each of the tree in a metallic watercolor as well. I'm just making sure I'm choosing the right color for each of this. Now you can see again I'm choosing another metallic watercolor which is more coherent to the previous color. So the same effect I have made. I'm doing the same thing to the top pink color mountains as well. Once the entire painting is filled, I've added a few small stars and bouquets. Now you can see the finished product. So now you can see all the metallic watercolor. These are actually chameleon colors which look different in different